Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, I am back from Miami in the Super Bowl, and it is now on to a new season, and I got a lot of work to get caught up on. For all you new members, Sal, I got you covered. Sal, Emily Ann got you covered. And any of the other new members, I'm sending out shot glasses to everybody who becomes a member because that's how we roll. If you became a channel member, not a subscriber, a channel member, and you hadn't received your shot glass, I've got to get caught up for the last 2.5 weeks because, well, I was gone. Now, here's what I'm going to do. One of you randomly is going to get something a little extra. While I was at the Super Bowl, I picked up a few of these. And I'm going to put a couple of those random in boxes. So I don't know who they're going to. But one of you who become a channel member is going to get one. Because we are trying to start off this off season spreading some mojo and some cheer. And you know, the Dallas Cowboys, bro, they'll make you drink. They really will make you drink. So we're trying to take care of business. We'll be doing our live stream tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, back here from the man cave. It'll be good to be back behind my desk where I belong with my equipment set up to do my dirty work. So hope you guys tune in because we got a lot to talk about. Stephen Jones. I love Jerry. Jerry Jones is the master of quotes. You can always get a hot take out of him, you know, from I want me some glory holes to, you know, if you don't really know your anatomy and you get in a car accident and you cut your hand off and then you go running off in the woods, you bleed to death. But if you know your anatomy, you know to put a tourniquet on it so you don't bleed to death. Still not sure exactly what all that means, but it's a great quote. But Stephen Jones, on the other hand, he doesn't get all the quotes and stuff and the limelight like Jerry does. Stephen Jones, pretty much, when he says something, you can kind of take it to the bank. I always say that Jerry Jones gets to be Jerry. You know, he's like the jackrabbit in dog racing. He jumps out in front and everybody chases him. While Stephen Jones and Will McClay and all those guys end up doing the real work of getting the team together and all. So when Stephen Jones speaks, pay attention because it'll lead you to where the Dallas Cowboys are going with stuff. And he said a few hours ago that Dez Bryant texted him about playing football for the Dallas Cowboys again. And Stephen Jones seemed a little bit intrigued. Stephen Jones has gone on record before saying that player acquisition is a 365-day-a-year job. And the bottom line is, can your talents help me to be better than what I've got? And so Dez Bryant might be getting an opportunity to show the Dallas Cowboys that he still has it and that the Dallas Cowboys might be able to use it. Now, I don't know how that'll work, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot of things that are under the bridge there that may not be able to just easily be swept under. A lot of bad feelings. A lot of things that were said. Actions that can't be taken back. I still believe that the time off for Dez Bryant, there's going to be a lot of rust. And you don't know how his body is going to be, but I guess it'd be worth kicking the tires and seeing where that goes. Another thing Stephen Jones said today is they don't want to use the franchise tag on Dak Prescott, which, contrary to a lot of your beliefs, who say don't get into a long-term contract with the quarterback, let him prove himself, understand that that's not necessarily the best thing for the team, because there's all kinds of creative things you can do with a contract. You could end up having it set up like they did for Tony Romo, where even though he was paid the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, they had triggers in there that they could use, like a payday loan, so to speak, where they could get some more money if they needed to sign other players. They've done that in Zach Martin's contract. They've done that and used it several times in Tyron Smith's contract. And you can do that same thing with Dak Prescott's contract. And generally speaking, as far as high risk, high reward type deals, usually you don't lose too much on a quarterback. It's not as much of a risk, say, as like a running back. You know, like when we signed Marion Barber, who was a part-time running back who was beast mode before beast mode was in the NFL. Or as a wide receiver like Miles Austin, who had hamstring issues. Dak Prescott hasn't had issues like that. And generally speaking, quarterbacks don't usually get hurt. And as you see, like Tom Brady, who's 42 years old, some people want to bring him here, is still playing. How many running backs have you seen playing at 42? Defensive end? No. Quarterback is one of the safer ones if you found that you actually have one that can play. Generally speaking, they are the longest tenured players in the NFL. And it would behoove the Cowboys, as I've said, to do the deal. Because if you franchise tag them, you're looking at about $33 million at minimum, depending on Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson get their deals before Dak's after the collective bargaining agreement is done. It'll end up being somewhere $33 million plus for the franchise tag. And that will be a hard number. Now, a lot of people out there will sit there and say, well, you are just looking to pay Dak Prescott. You're just a Dak Prescott fan. You're not really a Cowboys fan. If Dak Prescott left, you'd just leave too because you're just a bandwagon fan. And what I'll say to you guys is, screw you. I had been a Dallas Cowboy fan probably longer than most of you guys have even been alive. How long have I been a Dallas Cowboy fan and growing up here in Washington, D.C.? And I don't want to hear about this bandwagon shit either, because I was a fan before the Dallas Cowboys won their first Super Bowl. In fact, I'm going to show you guys something here. See, this, back in the day, they don't have memorabilia and shops and stuff like they do now where you can buy things online. We didn't have online. But this right here, friends, is actually one of the oldest pieces that I have. This is a button. World Champion Super Bowl VI, Dallas Cowboys 23-3. I think that score is actually wrong, so it's actually a misprint. But this is from 1972. I was 7 years old. But wait, there's more. See this? This is a Dallas Cowboys drinking glass. And where it's from is Mobil gas station. Back in the day, gas stations used to give you stuff. they used to give you team glasses as opposed to now just taking all your money for gas. So I was a Cowboys fan. My first memories of life, sitting on the couch next to my dad, hearing him cheer for the Cowboys. I didn't know what the Cowboys were. I didn't know what football was. All I know was I wanted to be like my dad. And from that time to here it is now, and will be for the rest of my life, I will be a Dallas Cowboy fan. So when you say, I'm just rooting for Dak to get paid, well, I rooted for Dak Prescott to get paid last year. And I said last year, and I believe, if you want, I can pull up the video. I said last year, the clock is ticking on Dak Prescott's contract. I said it behooves the Cowboys to sign Dak Prescott to a long-term deal right then and there. I said because Russell Wilson is coming due, and when Russell Wilson gets paid, the price goes up. And people said to me then, last year, oh, you're just a Dak Prescott fan and everything else, you're going to blow up the team. Had they listened to me last year, you probably could have got Dak Prescott for about 28, 29. Instead, the Dallas Cowboys have waited till now. And now the price range is somewhere 34, 35, 36 to 40. I don't know where. But I know that the price isn't going to go down any. And that's why I'm still saying it behooves you to get this deal done now. And on top of it, as opposed to that franchise tag, that's a hard number. Just like Russell Wilson's first year of that deal was only $25 million, even though he's getting paid $35. It will actually give you more room to be able to sign Amari if you deem him Byron Jones, or use a franchise tag on those guys. So listen to Stephen Jones. He wants to get this deal done, and I'm hoping he does, to save us some money so we can go ahead and start planning out the rest of the game plan on who we're going to keep, who we're going to go after. Because you get Dak's deal done at 25, you put the franchise tag on Amari Cooper and get him for about 17 for another year, maybe the transition tag on Byron Jones. Now you still have about $35 million left over. Maybe more if you really deem that you want to go ahead and restructure Zach Martin or let go of a Tyrone Crawford. To go out and get yourself a game changer. And as much as you guys believe that getting rid of Dak Prescott and exchanging him for another quarterback is going to be better for the team, understand this. Your offense was one of the highest scoring offenses in the NFL. Your offense had the most yardage in the NFL. You're not going to increase that much more on offense. But a defense that gave up 4.6 yards up the middle, a defense that was one of the worst teams at taking the ball away, that's where your team can take major strides. And I dare say, and you may say I'm crazy, but if you took the Dallas Cowboys offense and put it in with New England or with the 49ers, either one of those teams, you win the Super Bowl. That's not just the fact that I like Dak Prescott. That's a straight up fact. I don't care what offense you put with the Dallas Cowboys defense and special teams, they're not doing any better than what we did right now. So, that's all I got to say about that. So again, thank you guys for being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. It's a new season, and we're going to be bringing it strong. And we're going to make the haters hate us even more. I love the hate, because the hate fuels me. I'll see you tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. And all you new members, make sure you send me an email with your address, so that way I can get you your stuff. The work never ends here at Joe Boo's Man Cave. And I guess neither do the videos. See you guys tonight.